Tired.
You tired?
Yeah, I just got from work and then I'm about to do this review before I go back out.
Okay.
How you been?
I'm good. Oh man,
What?
the shit you hear on social media is funny. Oh
What
Lord.
happened this time?
Jim Jones wants to battle rock him. I don't know why.
Oh yeah, I just saw that shit too.
Why? You lost to Jada in the locks. Why you can't beat Rakim? What's wrong with these niggas? Crazy. Niggas is crazy. Mike was good, yo.
What's good, everybody in chat? I think didn't Joe Budden say that Chris Brown was more talented than Michael Jackson?
He's on crack. If he said that,
I'm just like, what the fuck are these niggas saying?
they need to get off the lean or whatever the fuck it is they sipping. Make sense. Make it make sense, bro. Make it make sense.
I'm actually about to do this review from my phone today and just letting it charge for a little bit. Oh yeah, fucking Gun. You know that rapper Gunna who got arrested with Young Thug?
Uh huh.
He pretty much thinks it's racism why he's locked up.
Really? Wow.
Niggas is
People.
hilarious with that shit. I didn't listen to Currency's new album yet.
He's always dropping a new
Honestly,
album.
right. Honestly,
When
I've
he
been so busy with this new job and shit. So,
He probably got one dropping next week and shit. He's always dropping shit.
which is true too. So, it's good. I'm still in training right now. I gotta go get my fingerprints and shit like that. Friday.
That's good.
Yes.
Don't get angry at nobody.
Hey, it's a stay-at-home job, so
Good. Don't get angry at nobody. Don't get mad at Granny or nothing.
Shit. Thinking about some albums to do next week. Well, not out. Probably like one review. Might just do one review next week. Hmm. Who haven't we stuff? We never did a
Nobody.
Keith Sweat review ever.
I thought we did. We didn't do the self-titled one.
Oh no, we did a 1994 album actually,
The
if
'94
I'm not
album. Which
mistaken.
one was that? No, I
Get
thought
up
we
on
did the
it.
self-titled one. The one with Twisted and all that. We didn't do that one.
If I'm not mistaken, no. I gotta double check.
Okay.
Cause I have some stuff planned for next week and shit. Better vocalist, Gary Scheider or Glenn Goins? I'm gonna go with Glenn Goins, Ronnie. Alex, what's up? By the way, you got this Brothers Johnson album, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I fucking had the album. I think I gave it away to pay some fucking bills and shit.
Right.
But it's a fairly common album, so I can probably get it again when I want to.
Yeah.
What's up, Sam? Favorite restaurant? Um, I really don't have a favorite restaurant like that. It just depends on what I'm craving. Honestly, I've been cooking more for myself than eating out like that.
Mm, that's better.
You was playing Jackson Dexter on PS4. Never got into the Jack games.
Me neither.
Better vocalist, Janet Jackson or Madonna? Janet.
Madonna.
I can't get mad about that. Definitely got to talk about some Madonna next month.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got about. Okay, let me set my phone up. Ronnie said Wendy Williams show is coming to him. Yeah, I've been knew that, man. Which again, I'm not surprised.
Good. Get rid of her. The gossip queen.
I'll right back. I'm gonna go through my phone right quick.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
All right. Okay. Okay. Alex said I ordered Chug Rock's first two CDs on Amazon.
Right.
Classics. Well, I never heard the first album. I've heard the The one and stuff like that. I only heard the one and I gotta get mine, yo.
Hmm.
Q said, "Who has the most ad libs out of anybody?"
I don't know. Look it up.
I forgot how crazy Gargoyles was and shit.
Yeah, it's a good one.
That's a show where you have to sit down and just watch and shit. It's not like
Right.
Ronnie said Corrupt almost got shot by a 13-year-old gang member. Yeah, I heard about that shit. Favorite black rock group. Honestly, I hate when people use that term black rock. So people don't say white hip hop though, but okay.
Right.
But to answer your question, if there was one, probably Black Flag. I mean, not Bad Brains and shit. I was about to say Black Flag.
Living color.
That's actually my second favorite. It's about some 3 more minutes. Who did not answer shit? You gonna see a new Jordan Peele movie?
Yes. Nope.
Yep,
Yeah. That looks good.
that looks very good.
Might have to review that joint.
Yeah, I know sometime tomorrow I'm gonna definitely talk about the Martin reunion, like pre-recorded, because it comes out on BT Plus and shit.
Right.
Still gotta talk about Atlantis the season 3. That might be a Friday pre-record.
Yep.
Q said, "Do you like Southern rock?" Honestly, I'm not really a big Southern rock fan. I like a few artists, but
What
eh,
the hell is Southern Rock?
like Allman Brothers Band, Leonard
Oh,
Skinner.
nah. That ain't for me.
I just mostly fuck with Allman Brothers Band because I fuck with Dwayne Allman's guitar work. Jim Jones also says he can beat Lloyd Banks in the verses. Hell no.
No.
Hell, Lloyd Banks' new album that just came out like last year. Shit's all over what Jim Jones did. So True said true, or 3 6 Mafia, Mr. Standard. Now that this is the question right here. Um, Definitely Mystic Styles from 3 6 Mafia.
Yep.
I love that True album though. That shit slaps. And Sam said, "Hey, try. Have you listened to the first album by Queen?
All of them.
Yeah, that Queen breakdown's coming probably next month, maybe." Sorry about that. It's actually my aunt. She was calling me.
Sound good.
Yeah, that cleaning breakdown's coming right after Linkin Park and shit. Which honestly, that's the Linkin Park one. I haven't heard a lot of their albums in a while and shit like that. So I'll see what's good and shit.
They got some great ones. They got some mediocre shit.
Yeah, I just heard the first two albums like a while back ago.
That's their best ones.
Yep. Okay, let's start it. Yeah. Alright. What's good, you too? How's everyone doing this lovely Wednesday night? It's your boy Reg the Builder. Got my boy Try with me.
You know,
And today we are going to talk about the debut album for the Brother Johnson. Look out for number one. This came out in 1976 on A&M Records. Honestly, this was requested by Try and shit like that. And I was like, you know what? We can talk about Brother Johnson. Only came out with two singles. Three singles, excuse me. Get the Funk Out of My Face, I'll Be Good to You, and Free and Single.
yep,
Brothers Johnson consists of members, both George and Louis Johnson. They were the primary members, but they also had a lot of additional members as well too, like Dave Gleason, um, Ian Underwood, Rob McDonald, but just focus on like George and Louis Johnson, those like the primary members and shit. Just like with Earth, Wind, and Fire, primary members like Maurice White, Vernon White, and Phil Bailey and shit. So yeah, I'm not saying that to discredit the other members and shit too. I'm just saying my thoughts and shit. All right, so you know how we always do. We're gonna ask how we got into the group. We'll start with you, try as usual.
hey man, this classic funk being played in the house. You know, Strawberry Letter 23. That's a classic hit. I want to say
Yes,
that was in Baby Boy or one of those sort of films it was in. And I'll Be Good to You. That's been sampled. Tomorrow. That's been sampled. And they were just a great funk group. Two brothers, and their music is timeless. A lot of the funk. I like a lot of the funk bands. Cool in the Gang. Brothers Johnson, Gap Band. So I was like, when I talk about it, because I don't hear nobody mention this group when it comes to R&B and funk of the '70s, and
I
they
agree.
definitely deserve their props.
Yeah, they never got their. I mean, they got their respect, but they never really got their full respect. If you ask me.
Right.
Um, to me, I got into them pretty much, just listening to the music over the years and stuff like that. Songs like Strawberry Letter 23, Stomp, and not just from their own music, just from what they've done for like studio musician as well too. You know what I'm saying? And when it comes to the whole Quincy Jones, this is an act you don't really hear a lot of people talk about because always Michael Jackson or Frank Sinatra and shit like that too, which he's done for a lot of other people and shit too. But I've always felt like his chemistry with the brother Johnson does not really get talked about like that. And that's not to discredit both Jackson or Sinatra. I love both of them and shit too. So yeah, man. Honestly, I really cannot wait to talk about this album. For those who don't know who the brothers Johnson are, they were funk R&B group that was based on Los Angeles, California, to be exact. And the original band was called the Johnson 3+1, and they formed that with their older brother Tommy and their cousin Alex Weir. And so they became like professional musicians, started touring for acts like the Supremes and Bobby Womack and stuff like that. And then they actually, started like getting more play when they was really like working with people like Billy Preston. But then they caught the ear of Quincy Jones, and Quincy Jones loved their sound so much that he put them on his album Mellow Madness, which I want to say that album came out in '75. I want to say, and Yeah, man. They just always work closely with Quincy Jones and shit, especially after Quincy hired them for a tour in Japan. Then fast forward to 1976, that's when they came out with this album and shit.
Right.
Um, I- First of all, I've always loved that album cover.
Hmm.
It just screams 70s and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Just the afros, the guitars, and everything like that.
Right.
Definitely like that shit. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, I definitely gotta get my hands on this album again too because, like I said, it don't really cost too much from around my way, but still, excuse me, sorry about that. All right. So this album, the first album, it has about 9 tracks. And we're gonna start with probably their signature track. Well, one of their signature tracks, "I'll Be Good to You." Very, very, very dope track right here. We talked about this track in the past, like when we talked about the Ray Charles and the Shaka Khan cover
Right.
and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That was from Quincy Jones's Back on the Block album, which to me his best album, if you ask me. It's a very timeless album right there. So the original story of this album was this song actually was when George Johnson he pretty much wanted to write a song professing his love for like a female and stuff like that too, because at this time, he was a player, he was fucking around and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? So he ended up writing this little song and shit. He did a demo. And so they had a family friend by the name of Sonora Sam helped out with the fucking lyrics and shit like that too. And so once Quincy Jones heard the song, that's when he was like, "Yo, you gotta record this song too, because it's definitely a very, very, very good song, and we'll get #1 and stuff like that too." You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't know why, but I thought they won a Grammy for this song and stuff like that. But it was actually I want to say it was the Quincy Jones version. I won a Grammy, but I could be wrong about that. But yeah, this one very, very, very dope version. Probably my favorite version of the track, period, and stuff like that too. It's been sampled by a lot of people. I
Hmm.
don't know if it was just me, but do you feel like the that part that do you feel like Prince was influenced by that by for if I was your girlfriend if you really listen closely for
Yeah. I mean, a little bit. You could hear that.
that? Okay, I
Um.
thought it was always me and shit like that, but I've always felt like he was influenced by that song, especially with those chords and stuff too. But
Right.
yeah, man, um, very, very, very timeless track right here. This is what R&B should sound like. You know what I'm saying? Like the love for the female, the harmonious melodies and shit like that. I mean, definitely my second favorite track off this album.
Yeah, it was great. The beat was dope. The guitars, the bass line, the background vocals, were real funky. I'm trying to think who else sampled it. I know some other people sampled it. But you can never beat the original. This was definitely a great track and a great way to start off this phenomenal album.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I can look it up who sampled it, what too and shit like that. I'll
Hey,
let you
didn't
know.
T Pain sample this shit?
I want to be surprised because I know somebody in the 2000s sampled
Yes,
this. So
somebody in the 2000s. If it's not T Pain, it might have been Kanye or one of them.
I don't know if it was Compton. Let me look it up. Hold on, I got you. While we do that, we're gonna go on to the next track. Thunder Thumbs and Lightning Licks. This is an instrumental track right here. They had like 2 instrumental tracks on this album. This one was pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? Very smooth, melodic. I definitely loved it when that flute kicked in and shit like that too.
Right,
And that's another. I love when funk around this time. We definitely utilizing the flutes and shit too. You know what I'm saying?
right.
And the way they were using like heat waves on that song Boogie Nights and shit like that.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Love that track.
that's another one I have on vinyl.
You said what?
So I have that on vinyl too. The Heatwave record.
Yeah, the Too Hot to Handle album.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about that next week. Then. Okay,
Next year?
next week.
Oh, next week. Okay.
Yeah. God, I didn't even know you had that fucking joint. I was like, okay, fuck it.
Yeah. I think I want to say I have a double of that too. I gotta check.
All right, shit. But yeah, man. Definitely very funky, like a very, very funky track and shit. You know what I'm saying? Not polished, but still very hit. Still hit slaps.
Yeah, this was dope. I believe it's like a flute that's playing on it, right? It sounds like a flute.
Yeah,
Real jazzy track, nice beat, nice horns. Definitely one of my favorites on here.
definitely. Um, After Thunder Thumps, we're gonna get the funk out my face. Again, another very dope track. This one, Louis Johnson's bass was definitely on point with this track right here. The late great Louis Johnson, in my opinion, he's a bass player. I don't really hear a lot of people give him just due, but
Right.
um, for all my Michael Jackson heads, you know what I'm saying? Y'all should know he done everything from "Don't Stop Till You Get Enough." He done stuff from the Dangerous album, stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, like I said, Quincy, it wasn't just Michael and Quincy and shit. So yeah, this one was definitely a very bass driven track, right? Y'all loved it,
Yeah, this was great. I love the beat, and the bass line, and really funky instrumental. Definitely a banger.
yeah, actually, definitely a very banging track. Next track we got is Tomorrow. Now, again, this was the original version. The Tevin Campbell version is the one that everyone knows, but the original version had it was instrumental pretty much and stuff like that.
Right.
Um, Definitely very like the instrumental again and stuff like that. Definitely had like a very soulful 70s vibe to it. All of my OC fans,
Mm-hmm.
Jewels, he definitely used the same for
Far from
Far From
yours.
Yours track and shit like that, which
Yep.
love that track in my opinion. I feel like he definitely did that sample justice and shit.
Yep.
Yeah, man, very dope track.
This is my favorite. It was like real melodic. You got like that whistle on the track, and the beat, the bass line, everything about it is like a summer type of joint you could just throw on and just vibe to it.
Right.
And it was great.
Yes, sir. Track number five, Free and Single. Um, the track was okay. Probably my least favorite track off this album. Maybe no, scratch that. It's not my least favorite. It was an okay track. They only do that not that much for me and shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's alright.
Yeah, nice guitar play on it. Nice beat. I enjoyed it.
Right. Track number six, Come Together. This is the cover of the Beatles song of the same name, off the Abbey Road album. Very dope record. Probably my favorite Beatles albums, if you ask me. Um, yeah, man. There've been a lot of covers of this track from Aerosmith to Michael Jackson, who I believe had the best cover of that song, in my personal opinion.
Hmm.
But this cover was not that bad and shit like that. I felt like it definitely it definitely captured what the Beatles did on the original version and stuff like that, but more funkier, but
Yeah,
not too much funk, if that makes sense.
it was more funky. It was more soulful.
Yeah,
He had like the harmonicas on it. I almost thought that was Stevie Wonder playing the harmonica on it. It sounded like him.
right,
And the beat was good. Yeah, this rendition was more soulful. Michael's own was like more rock.
right.
Had like a more rock like ode to like the original one, but this one was cool. I still love Michael own better though.
Yeah, Michael's version definitely slaps and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Uh, Now we're gonna get to Land of Ladies. Very dope track. I love that intro with the synthesizers and the futuristic kind of sounds and whatnot. I don't know. The chorus, I don't know. I didn't really care too much for the chorus and stuff like that, especially after how smooth that track was and shit like that. I just felt like they tried to up the tempo on that chorus a little bit, but I don't know, man. It
Yes, I'd
sounded
like
too
to
cool.
be.
It sounded too cool in the gang for me. Let's
You
just
didn't
say
like
that.
this chorus when you singing, "Yes, I'd like to be here in the land of the ladies."
Because after that smooth,
It was.
relaxing, it still maintained its smoothness, but I don't know. It just felt like honky jory to me.
I love it. I think it's one of the best tracks on the album, and It had like a real melodic, slow beat to it. It was real, harmonica on it again, and the synthesizers and the horns, and this was another like vibe out track. It was dope. Like you could drive to this song,
Yeah,
and I thought it was definitely a banger on here.
definitely. All right. Now we're gonna get to Dancing and Prancing. To me, my least favorite track off this album. Um, it was just definitely the obligatory get up and dance kind of track and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But they did its job, I guess.
Great saxophone play on this, real jazzy. You had the guitars, the horns on it, the bass line. This was dope.
So, and last track, The Devil. Um, to me, my favorite track off this album. To me, again, another very funky ass track right here. Just talking about how I guess what I got from this track right here was just how motherfuckers use the devil as like their own back as their own bad conscience and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? Very, very love that the bass on this fucking track. You know what I'm saying? Classic in my opinion. Definitely an underrated joint to them.
This was good. Nice beat, funky track, nice bass line. Great way to end off the album.
That's right. This it's a fucking R&B classic right here, in my opinion. Like this whole fucking album, it definitely showed the Brothers Johnson finding the groove and whatnot. Would I say this is the best album? Hmm. It's either tossed up between Right on Time or even like the
Oh yeah,
Light of the Night album and shit like that.
that was good too.
Yeah, I love that fucking record. But this one right here definitely might be my third favorite album from them and shit too. You know, I definitely felt like they just got better up and like anything that they did with Quincy Jones is definitely fire and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? So I'll give this album 4 out of 5.
I think it was great. Great production by Quincy, and real funky tracks. The singing was dope. The instrumentals was dope. And you got like two of their biggest hits on this album that was sampled. You got a rendition that they've done by the Beatles, and I think it was great. Tomorrow and come together rendition, and I'll be good to you. Get the funk out my face. I think it was a great album. So I'm gonna give it 5 mics. I think it's one of their best. The other two we can discuss at some point
Yeah,
and rate those. But I think this is definitely for their first album. It was definitely one of their best albums.
yeah, I can't get mad about that. Okay, I'm gonna stay on like more minutes and shit, probably like about 10 minutes. Just chilling out and shit. Q said I agree. He did the best cover of that best cover of the Beatles song. Shit. Ronnie said Mario Winans a bad boy used that Brother John's not be good for you. So it's all good track from his '97 album Story of My Heart. Hmm. I've never really been a big Mario Winans fan though,
I
but
don't even remember that.
me neither. I know about the Vanessa Williams cover and shit. Q said this is a very short album. I mean, that's what most albums back in the day was and shit.
They still coming. They still short now. They coming back with the short albums.
Right.
You know.
What's up, Moonflower? Favorite song is Get the Funk Out My Face. Also, rest in peace, Thundertones. Yes. Favorite Michael Jackson cover. Hmm. I guess come together really.
Yeah, he didn't do a lot of covers like that.
He did do it. He did sing he did sing an Al Green song for the Good Times for his parent anniversary, which I thought that was pretty good.
Mm,
Sam said DJ threw the professional or Funk Master Flex the tunnel. The professional for me.
yes, same. I didn't like the tunnel. I didn't like that one. I had that one shit too.
The tunnel has some
Some
joints
of
though.
some of those tracks felt like leftovers. Like
They were
you know
leftovers.
what I mean? Oh, that's what it was. They
Yeah,
they
most of
sound
those
like that.
tracks were leftovers.
I think the Mary J song, what was that, the confrontation joint. Even with her, like I didn't really care for that song either. I'm like, what is this flex? Like I like the other shit he did, the mixtape shit he put out. And he put out that Def Jam album. Like, oh lord, the tunnel. They wouldn't be bumping that shit at the tunnel.
Have you ever heard of Wendy Williams compilation?
She had one
Yeah, with hip hop tracks and shit.
for what label?
I forgot. I think it was either Def Jam time, I think.
What? Wendy Williams? I never heard that.
Yeah, I saw it on vinyl for like
Is that
$8.
real?
Yeah,
I
it
never
came
I
out like
never
oh
heard of
01,
that
oh
one.
02. Hold on,
Never heard of
I'll
that.
show it to you. Hold on.
They must have been desperate if they signed her.
Ronnie said Parliament, Funkadelic G versus Placebo Syndrome or Funkadelic One Nation Under Groove. Definitely One Nation Under Groove for me.
George Clinton need his ass beat, yo. Like I saw this documentary on Amazon about Parliament and how he did them dirty and made all these, different spin-off groups and took all their money.
Oh
That's how
yeah,
he's rich. That's how he's rich now. And they not rich. Like a lot of them, some of those members are dead or they lost their homes and shit.
but he even got screwed over too. That's the thing.
Yeah, but he was high when he like so they said he was like high when he like signed the rights over to a lot of that shit. Like to
Yep,
like drug dealers and stuff.
yep.
And I would have fucked him up. Like there's no way in hell I would have been playing for your band and you ain't paying niggas? That's crazy.
Actually, I'm going to send this to you on Instagram. 'Cause I don't want to be styled to be fucking up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how the music
It's
business be.
crazy. He need his ass beat. I'm sorry. I don't care how old he is. And the thing is they took him to court and he still won. Like the judge ruled in his favor because he's the one that his name was on all the song credits and just like Puffy, motherfuckers be stealing from the artists and y'all be praising these niggas.
I don't think it's like Puffy though, because I don't think I wouldn't
They,
go that
why
far.
why why is it all his artists left the label and they not rich? And he's the only one that can vouch for that.
There's some other people who left Parliament Funkadelic. They still became rich, like Boosie, Maceo.
Yeah, well he had his own thing. Mine is Bootsy and you know the drummer. I think it was the drummer. Like he got his own label now and shit. But like the women of Brides of Frankenstein, they ain't got shit. One of them lost their home.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like they asked that and like they came into the group when they were like in high school and shit. One of them got raped and all that stuff. He was paying them in drugs. Like he wasn't even giving them money. He was paying them in drugs. Like giving them like bags of cocaine and shit. That was they pay. And the drummer dude was like, "Yo, I want my money, nigga. Like, fuck, I ain't trying to get high." Like he's a legend, but he screwed his groups over, and we gotta call it like it is.
He did.
You know, I don't care about Puffy honor. I'm not watching that shit. I could care less. I don't care about him getting on. He don't deserve no award anyway.
Yeah,
You know,
it's Wendy Williams brings the heat. That's what it's called.
I never even seen that shit. I never seen it in no stores or nothing. That was an official release or a mixtape.
It was official.
Never seen it.
I'm gonna say
I
some of
ain't,
the songs that was on it. Hold on.
did the Source magazine have any ads for it? Cause I didn't see that shit at all
I saw one ad online though. Like
online.
it came out in '05. It had songs like MOP, Whoa, Nas and A. Marie, Man Up,
I don't
Better
know
Kiss
none of
Me
that
Like Me
shit.
Every Time.
What's up
Uh,
with Donson and Marie working? Cause they done songs in the past. Like they did a joint on the K Slate album.
you know, on the same label, weren't they?
She was on Columbia. I didn't listen to her, so I don't know. She was on Columbia.
Yeah, I
Oh
didn't care for either, but I could have sworn she was on the
yeah,
same label and shit.
they've done songs in the past. She was on Stillmatic.
Yep.
I think Nas was fucking her. You know what I
Shit.
mean? It's only
Just one thing with this thing.
it's only BJ that praised Puff like he's some legend. I'm like, he ain't no fucking legend, man. This nigga was like Barry Gordy stealing from his artists. I still believe he had something to do with Biggie and Pac's murder. I'm not looking at him like he's a legend. Like I don't think he should be inducted in the Hall of Fame. Not before Wu Tang Clan and Outkast. That's how I look at it. But motherfuckers praise him. Y'all praise him like he's some god and shit. Like he's still relevant. He ain't been relevant since '97. You know.
Moonflower said, "What do you think of the album? I Get a Report Card by E40." That was alright.
I love
I'm not
George
the biggest.
Clinton. Love George Clinton, but he need his ass beat. I don't care how old he is. He could be 90 years old. They need to hold him and bust his ass for not paying his artists. He took all the money. That's something like what Prince did when he had all these spin-off groups, The Time and Madhouse and all these other artists. And he was taking all changing. He had a different moniker when he was producing and taking all the money. He's like Prince.
Yeah, but Prince actually wrote some of most of those material and shit. So
So George didn't write nothing. He just had all these people in the
George,
band.
I mean George wrote, but he had other members help and other members input and stuff like that. Prince mostly wrote for those Time albums, the Family album, and stuff like that too. So that's why I say it's just like there's a lot of different things in music business and shit.
I'm gonna send you that. Have you seen the documentary? I'm gonna send you it on.
What what's it
It's on
called?
it's on Amazon. It's I forgot the name of it. And it's with all the Parliament Funkadelic members.
Well, did it
And
come out in 2005?
I forgot what it was in the 2000s though. It was they were talking with like all the women from Brides of Frankenstein, and they're talking with the drummer of the group and everybody else that was associated. They mentioned Bootsy, but he wasn't in it though. Him and George wasn't in it.
Yeah, send it to me. I think I've seen it though, but still send it to me.
Yeah, yeah. It's on Amazon Prime, and I'm like, bro, this nigga like really was not paying his artists.
Q
You know,
said, did you see the dope video Black Kennedy TV? Yeah, I shared it on my community tab.
there is no more bad boy. I could care less about what Puff get. He don't deserve it.
And this is why artists should read the contracts too.
You know, yeah, that too. But it's like they so. I think one of the band members like he went to his mom about it, and his mom was like, like he needs to be gone. Like she gladly like wanted him to leave the hood and go on the road with George and the band and shit. So she
Yep.
didn't care. She was like, get out of here because going on the road with George would be much better than staying here in the hood. But they didn't read the contracts and shit. But I'm like, I'm with the drummer. I'm like, yo, like you putting in time in this band and you ain't getting paid, and he paying you in cocaine. Fuck that. There's no way in hell. Like that's why I didn't understand. Like why didn't they beat his ass? Like it's like a whole bunch of these motherfuckers in this one band and one guy. You mean to tell me that there was one? I think it was the guitar player that said he wanted to. He almost shot him. That he almost shot him because he wanted his money. You know. I'm sorry. You would have gotten your ass beat. I don't care if you're 90 years old, if you was 19. There's no way in hell I would have been a part of a band and you ain't paying me, and I'm there for like 10 fucking years, or like from whenever they blew up and shit. Nah, fuck all that.
That's crazy.
And people look over, and he didn't even want them at the. They showed the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction, like when he got inducted, and guess who inducted him? It was Prince.
Yep.
And they talked about George didn't even want them there. He never told them that he was getting inducted. They had to find out from somebody else.
Oh wow.
He didn't want the. There was certain members that end up getting the award, but not everybody got inducted. Like the Brides of Frankenstein, they never called them for the induction, so they don't have an award.
No.
And it was somebody else. I think it was the same guitar player that almost shot him. Like he didn't. It's like 4 or 5 members that didn't get inducted, but the rest of them got inducted. Even some of the ones that passed away.
Yeah, I know Eddie Hazel.
Yeah,
I think
Eddie
his
Eddie
widow
got
was.
yeah
Yeah,
he got inducted. There was another guitarist that he's no longer here. He got inducted, but he didn't even want to tell them that he got inducted. He was gonna take all the spotlight for himself. You know what I'm saying? Again, he's a legend, but his business ways was fucked up, and that's how I look at Puffy. The way that he handled Bad Boy and his artists is fucked up. You had people that you didn't even check for. Black Rob was like dying. He didn't even check for him, and he's dead. Craig Mack dead. Biggie dead. So I want people to remember that when you're all sitting up there calling him a legend.
record labels are shady.
This is why as an artist it's better to be indie. It's better to be indie. Keep the money in your pocket. It ain't going to no A&R. You cut out the middleman.
Exactly.
They just sign. They sign with the bigger companies because they want that promotion. That's what it is. At the end of the day,
They want that star quality.
yeah, they want to be a star. Everybody ain't gonna be a star. To think that he could even utter Dr. Dre in the same sentence with him, like that is comical. Dr. Dre is way better than you. Jermaine Dupri is way better than you.
Sam said I got RZA over Puff, of course.
I got everybody over Puff. Even fucking Hit Boy. I got as much as I don't care for Hit Boy's albums with Nas. I got Hit Boy over Puff because he's actually in the studio making beats. He's not hiring people to make beats for him and he's taking all the credit.
I even saw some of them making the band just for fuck's sake and shit. I was like, yo, I can't believe niggas found that shit
Yeah,
entertaining and shit.
dumb, and them niggas will always be remembered for that shit. No matter what they do, they will always be remembered for. Oh, your dumbass walked over the Brooklyn Bridge for cheesecake at Junior's for this motherfucker. That would never be me.
I want some
Never.
cheesecake.
Fuck all that.
You know who makes the best cheesecake? No, it was a part when they were trying to memorize Biggie's Juicy. He's like,
Yeah, exactly,
start
exactly. You know
over.
he was doing that shit on purpose though. Come on,
Don't be
you
messing
know
up my
that shit.
man's music. Start over.
But they shouldn't be doing that anyway. That's legendary shit that they fucking with. Come
It's
on,
like,
man.
and they're like, how you from Bad Boy? How you want to be in Bad Boy, but you don't know the words Juicy and shit.
Bro, like I might if I ever had to interview Puff, I might literally turn that shit down. Just cause I despise him now. I just think he's full of shit. I think he's not this is not 97 no more. It's not like back then when he had one good album and he was still in tune with the music. This is 2022. He ain't done shit for the last 20 something years. What does he put out? I'll wait.
Start over.
So
Start
so
over.
so somebody let me know what's the last hit that he put out. Cause it's been a minute. What artist out there right now that he's responsible for?
Because that's why Janae Monet's acting a lot more and shit.
He didn't know what to do with her.
And she's still in Bad Boy.
She's an idiot. She needs to leave. Man, MGK, he did the right thing. He fucking totally went to another genre and he blew up. because under Bad Boy he would have never sold. You know, people can say what they want about him. Oh, he's a poser. He's not a real he's not a real rock artist, but he's blown up now more than when he was when he first got the Bad Boy.
French Montana. That's what about French?
I don't see. Well, I don't listen to him, but even him, he's dumb for even sounding with them. Like that, get off with it. Anybody that's on Bad Boy needs to leave.
And niggas still want to sign to Bad Boys
You
too.
know what I'm saying? Cause it's like he still have this type of clout, and I don't understand why. I'm like, you ain't do shit in 20 something years. What kind of clout does he still have in the business?
It's the whole black excellence thing he's pushing.
He ain't black excellence. You robbed your artists. Okay, you had artists. You still have Mace like a slave on your label. He can't do anything until he fulfill that contract. Like that is not black excellence.
So black excellence is putting one of your artists in jail, right?
Finna Get Loose was not no hit, Ronnie. That was not, I'm talking about a big hit. Ain't nobody bump Finna Get Loose. I'm talking about a big hit. What's the last big hit he had? It's been 20 something years. I Need
Start
a Girl. That's like
over.
the last hit he. No. Actually, what's that shit he did with Keisha Cole last night? That was the
Yeah.
last big hit he had. He ain't had shit since then.
Well, what about coming to that dirty money coming home?
And why was that big? Because Biggie was on it. Milking Biggie's legacy, like he's been doing since he's been dead. Every couple years he come out with something with Big. I don't
Hmm.
support the nigga. I could care less. He could come out with 10 labels. I'm not supporting that nigga. But y'all feel like he's a legend. Salute to y'all. I'm not fucking with him.
Start over. Start over. Start over. Don't even get me started on Chopper.
The fake Wheezy.
Right. I think one of the members from the band was like he just he made him emotionally distressed or some shit. Mm.
I don't get it. I don't see why any new artist out now would want to even do shit with him. For what? What is he gonna teach you?
I'm gonna stay on for about 5 more minutes before I call my aunt. Wasn't Skylar Grey on that
He
song?
had he had two songs out. He had Coming Home with Skylar Grey, and he had that Angels joint with Biggie. But he sampled the Where I'm From beat from the Jay-Z joint.
Oh, that. Oh, yeah, that
Yeah,
shit. I
that's
forgot.
that's from the same album. That's from the same Last Train to Paris. The Coming Home joint they actually played like when Carmelo Anthony signed with the Knicks. That was like his theme song when he coming back home to New York. That's your rap legend right there. A motherfucker that's stole from his artists and shit.
That's still legend.
He ain't mine. Rap god or whatever the fuck you want to call himself.
Ronnie said I got Master P over Puffy.
Master P ain't steal from his artist holler. He ain't
He's
do it
been
holler. He he's done it.
he's been accused, but it hasn't really been proven.
Birdman has done it too. He stole from Weezy. Him and Weezy was always on the outs. One minute they cool, next minute they on the outs. Weezy sued him for money and shit. Juvie, same thing with him. Manny Fresh. None of these motherfuckers that got labels are always on. They never straight with their artists. They always robbing them. Or they
Not
trying to
true.
take the
Duck, Duck Down Records. I don't hear nobody get robbed from them.
Well, yeah, but they know their fucking music. They a different type of beast when we talk about Hyro and Duck Down. And how come I don't hear Tyler? I don't hear Tyler ever rob his artists.
Tyler the Creator.
Yeah,
Nope. You don't even hear you don't hear Jermaine Dupri.
you're right. You know what
You
I'm
don't
saying?
hear um what's the motherfucker's name? Motherfucker's name and shit like that. Oh damn, I can't think right now, but it'll come to me.
It's like, again, they want to. You got motherfuckers that they never on the straight up with their artists, and they want to take the limelight. They want to be the star of their own label.
Moonflower asks, have you ever been to a Korean strip club?
Have you? I think that's
No,
a dumb question.
he asked you.
I think that's a dumb question. I'm not even gonna answer that. I know you ain't come on here to ask me no stupid shit like that.
Uh, Q said Def Jam did some shady stuff as well. Yeah, they did, but it's like different managements and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Different managements kind of fuck some shit up. We might have to do a whole series about this shit one day.
Yeah. The same people that they look at these people like they legends is those are the ones that's screwing over their artists and got rich from all the blood, sweat, and tears that these artists, put in for their label, like George Clinton and a Puff Daddy.
Hell, even Gamble and Huff went through that shit too.
Like,
I know the OJs took Gamble and Huff to court at one point. Maurice Starr also screwed over Newitt, of course.
and he's dead now, right? See?
Maurice Starr's dead.
Yeah, I think he's dead if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, I didn't hear about that. Let me look it up.
I want to say he died a long time ago.
No, he's still alive.
Are you alive? Damn. Well, he needs to be dead. That's what I
Damn.
meant. Is no is you he did New Edition. New Edition is my favorite group all time. He did them dirty to go start New Kids on the Block, and they sold millions.
And he did New Kids on the Block dirty.
And then he did them, but they still rich. New Edition ain't where they at financially because of this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got Bobby Brown fucking on reality shows and coming out with fucking barbecue sauce and shit like that. You know,
He looks like some barbecue sauce.
he was eating his own product and shit. You had Ralph Tresvant and Johnny Gill trademarking the group name and all that. If they were rich, they wouldn't have to do all that shit.
Hell, and Vogue got screwed over.
TLC, another one. Fucking L.A. Reid, aka Megamind and Babyface, screwed them over. And Pebbles screwed
It
them
was
over.
mostly it was mostly LA and Pebbles and shit.
Megamind, that's what he looked like. He looked like Megamind, that character from that Disney film.
You mean the blue nigga with the big head?
that's, that's
Well,
exactly
you a
what he looked
fool.
like.
You a fool.
That's exactly what
But
L.A. Reid looked like. Megamind.
if it was mostly Clive Davis, L.A. Reid, and Pebbles that was mostly fucking him over. But they
Pebbles.
used Pebbles as a scapegoat.
She had like two good hits off of her first album. All of a sudden, because you can't come out with shit no more, you want to go screw over your artist.
Would you fuck Pebbles?
She look bougie, man. I don't like bougie chicks. She look like she don't like black men at all. How
Well,
how
you
she hooked up
well,
with L.A. Reid? I don't know.
well, you married L.A. Reid. That's the results you come out with.
I only think she got with him because he was rich. I mean, if he was a regular nigga on the street, she wouldn't fuck with him.
Cause
Probably because
I heard she was dating Babyface at one point.
was she?
I heard. I don't know if it's true.
Babyface like them light skinned chicks, so I believe it. You got what's that chick? Yeah, the chick that was on Yab Yum,
Tracy.
Tracy. Yeah, she light bright. You know,
Okay, Sam said Teddy Pendergrass didn't get along with Harold Melvin. Yep, Harold Melvin fucked over his group too.
and you see Teddy left them in the dust, and he became a legend.
Yeah, Ronnie. You're right. Master P did screw over Beats by the Pound and shit. Yep, you're right about that. Moonflower said, "Do you think Beanie Siegel is a legend?"
Philly legend.
Yeah,
He's not gonna be in no Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Philly legend though, definitely. That's a
I
good
feel like
question. I like that.
I
That's
feel
a
like
better question than this.
he's more Philly than Meek Mill.
And Meek Mill don't even sound like he from Philly. He sound like he from
He
down south.
don't.
And I like his first album, but like these niggas need to start repping where they from. Stop acting like you from down south and you ain't.
That's that DJ Khaled bullshit.
And Khaled ain't even from down south. He's from like another fucking country. You know.
Can't answer a few more people before I head out. Well, Faith Evans really, they didn't promote the Faithfully album. That's the thing.
But she said that on the Tyler podcast that she wanted out after a bit because they ain't promoted.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah.
She went to Puff and told Puff that she wanted out, and he let her go
Yep.
because that album was a classic. That should have been promoted. That should have been multi platinum. She should have had like a shitload of singles from that album. You know, it's like you had Mary. Mary is the most successful one that he worked with, and she wasn't even on Bad Boy.
Thank God.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just think of the artists that didn't sign with them. Like DMX said no, Missy said no, Cameron said no. Thank God, because they all would have been broke right now.
Yeah, because originally, Suge Knight wanted Mary J. Blige and Jodeci
Right.
be part of his production company, and that's what really fell off between Puffy and Mary J. Blige for a while and shit.
Uh-huh. Right.
They didn't really get back cool with one another until the Love and Life album.
Uh-huh. I like it, but even with that, they didn't promote that enough.
I didn't care for that one.
You know what I'm saying? And he wasn't gonna do that to Big. Maybe is the reason why Big ain't here. He was not gonna do that to Big. Big would have killed his ass. You was not gonna have Biggie on Bad Boy. You not paying that nigga? Nah, that was not happening. It would have been Biggie and Junior Mafia fucking that nigga up.
Wait, Ronnie, you said UGK said no to Bad Boy? I never knew that.
Good. They didn't need to be on there. He fucked up April and MJG album when they were there.
I never knew that they would Puff wanted UGK. Wow.
Good. They didn't need to be on that label.
Sam said Dame Dash screwed people over. Yep. Now look at Dame Dash now.
Name just talk too damn much. If he had just been quiet and he wasn't on these different platforms and opening his mouth, he probably would have been made up with Jay a long time ago. He just talked too damn much. You know, you talking about Beyonce and you throwing shade to Jay and all that. Like, this nigga ain't dumb.
Yeah, man. But on that note, I'm gonna call it a night right here. I want to call my aunt before I head out back to Durham. But got a few announcements I want to make. So Sunday, I was planning on, and I already texted this to you. Um, I was trying to get Ashley for the provocative Johnny Gill, but
Hmm.
she's gonna let me know if she's working on Sunday or not. But if she's not, we can just talk about the Heat Wave Too Hot to Handle album and shit.
All right. I'm gonna go
Yeah.
pull that shit out.
So what?
So I'm gonna go look for that shit now.
I
Say if I have a second one, I'll mail it to you. I think I got a double for that.
oh no, no, I got the album.
Oh, you got the album?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that album I'm never giving away and shit. Huh. Yeah, man. Also tomorrow at 11 p.m. it's gonna be part two of the whole P Funk month, which I think try try might have different opinions of that now and stuff.
What you mean, the albums? No, no, no. George Clinton's a legend. I love George Clinton, but how he did his band dirty was fucked up. You should have paid them because when you see him in that mansion that he's in Florida, that's all they money that he took.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. It's like, yeah, this nigga's a legend, but his business practices was fucked up. I would have beat his ass. I don't care how old he is. He ain't too old for an ass whooping now. I don't get what is he like 90 now, 80? You're not too
Hey,
old for no ass whooping. 80? Yeah,
yeah,
he need his ass beat. I'm sorry.
I'm
Sorry,
weak.
George. You need your ass beat. You know, but Bootsy is obviously Bootsy is loyal to him because he ain't. I'm pretty sure he stole from him too, and he Bootsy could have was he could have been a star without Parliament being in Parliament.
I mean, he was already a star because remember he was in James Brown band and shit too.
Right, right. And he brought him into the mix. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, nah, man, you 80 years old, you need your ass beat. Fuck that.
Because honestly,
If they could throw Bill Cosby in jail at his age, George couldn't get his ass beat at 80 years old. I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck. I'm saying it. George Clinton is a legend, but you need your 80-year-old ass beat for doing that. Especially if that shit is true about him raping the girls in Bride of Frankenstein, and they were like in high school. You want some R. Kelly shit, you
that
know?
I don't know. Some of that shit.
You don't believe them?
I'm not saying I believe it, but some of that shit is just a bit too far fetched and shit.
Hey, the chick said that she was drugged and she was raped, and he was paying them in drugs. He wasn't giving them a paycheck. He was buying the drugs with their money and then giving them the drugs. Like what? How kind of what kind of fucked up shit is that? You know,
Shit.
like that's like when Shug. We heard about Shug practices and Shug was like buying Tupac cars and shit instead of he wasn't paying Tupac either.
Nope.
He was buying them cars and shit to shut him up. Oh, like oh, I'm gonna buy you a new Benz when he
Yeah,
really should have gave him like
that's what they did at TLC too.
right when he really should have been giving him a paycheck and shit. Oh, I'm gonna buy you a new Benz, Pac. I'm gonna buy you a new Benz. You want a drop top? I got you. I'm gonna buy you a new Benz, but you ain't getting this money. He
That's what
need
they
his ass
do.
beat too, yo. Like it ain't just Shug. George Clinton need his ass beat too, and Puffy.
Yeah,
You know
man.
what I mean?
But, anyway, what else? What else? I'm gonna definitely think about what I'm gonna do next week and shit. I was trying to show you that David Banner album, the Baptized and Dirty Wild.
Oh
You
yeah, that's the first album, Mississippi Joint.
second.
Oh, the second one. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I gotta
I
re-listen.
fuck with Ben. I fuck with David. Dope
Okay,
producer.
cool. Yeah, I fuck with David Banner too and shit. So,
Yeah.
'cause you know me, I'm trying to re-listen to all the vinyls in my fucking collection and shit. I haven't heard that one in you. Wow.
Right.
Alright, and also the collection video is next is July 3rd, stuff like that too. You know, I'm gonna go CD shopping this weekend and stuff like that. I'm gonna get Eric his album next week as well. So
So,
yeah, man, I can't wait. Can't fucking wait and shit. So yeah.
yeah.
Also, if you guys just tuning in, we did a review on the Brothers Johnson. Look out for number one.
Brothers Johnson, classic album right here, man.
Yeah, very very dope album and shit like that too. You probably still it's probably still available as well
Yeah.
too.
Rest in
I
peace to
think
one of the brothers. Which brother died? Which one was it?
Lewis.
Is this Lewis? Which one is Lewis? This dude?
I think Lewis the brown skin nigga.
Okay. Well, they both brown skin, red. What you
No,
talking about?
well, the darker brown skin nigga
Well,
in the
this dude.
background.
This dude?
Yeah, I
Okay.
think yeah.
All right.
All right, well, I hope everyone has a good night. I'll see you later. Try.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.